It's called The Cookie Thief. A woman was sitting at an airport one night with several long hours before her flight. She hunted for a book in the airport shop, bought a bag of cookies, and found a place to drop. She was engrossed in her book, but happened to see that the man beside her, as bold as could be, grabbed a cookie or two from the bag between, which she tried to ignore to avoid a scene. She munched cookies and watched the clock as the gutsy cookie thief diminished her stock. She was getting more irritated as the minutes ticked by, thinking, if I wasn't so nice, I'd blacken his eye. With each cookie she took, he took one too. When only one was left, she wondered what he'd do. With a smile on his face and a nervous laugh, he took the last cookie and broke it in half. He offered her half as he ate the other. She snatched it from him and said, oh, brother, this guy has some nerve, and he's also rude. Why, he didn't even show any gratitude. She had never known when she had been so galled and sighed with relief when her flight was called. She gathered her belongings and headed to the gate, refusing to look back at that thieving ingrate. She boarded the plane and sank in her seat, then sought her book that was almost complete. As she reached in her baggage, she gasped with surprise. There was her bag of cookies in front of her eyes. If mine are here, she moaned with despair, then the others were his, and he tried to share. Too late to apologize, she realized with grief, that she was the rude one, the ingrate, the thief. So she believed those were her cookies. What does this have to do with what we're talking about tonight? It's funny the things that we begin to believe. I've talked to some of you about posture, or the necessity of chiropractic care, or exercise. And we believe that if we're stuck here, this is all I'm capable of. Or that we're at certain weights, and that's all we're capable of. My parents are big. My grandparents were big. Whatever the case might be, those are belief systems that we've had that aren't accurate. Whether you think that you can or cannot, you're usually right. That's Henry Ford. So what do you believe about yourself? Are you not good enough? Not worthy of success? Can't be healthy? Can't lose weight? Can't, right? You can. And here's how. So setting goals is all about learning how to see what you want and then comparing it to what you currently have. Motivation is really, it's two words, motive combined with action. So when you have the concept or your idea, your goal, once you put it to action, that's motivation. So when you're doing goals, they have to be written. When you put pen to paper, something crystallizes and that thought becomes more clear. Thought is going to motivate the action, and when you're writing it out, and especially if you post it somewhere, you're really making a commitment. You have to have detail. Again, I could say go pick up that chair, but which chair? You've got to have that crystal clarity. And then you want to review your goals daily. So again, we're identifying what we want. What do you want to do? What do you want to have? Who do you want to become, both personally and professionally? And by the way, 90% of people don't know what they want. They just know they don't have it yet. That's kind of funny. So what we're going to do is right now, we're going to create a want list. Now, on your clipboards, you can see an example of a want list. This is on the side that I've already got posted for you. So when we're doing a want list, and I'm going to give you new sheets, so don't worry about it. Don't hold back. Like this is, I want you guys to really dream just for a few minutes. Don't let logic interfere with things like, are the goals I listed really reasonable? Am I really able to achieve this? Am I worthy? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Other side, sorry. So we're going to give you about 5 minutes when I'm done here. I'll tell you when to start. That's the right number. Maybe too many. Mary Jean coming at ya. Oh, thanks. Okay, so again, we're not doing anything yet, but notice that there are 5 different columns there. There's personal, professional, prosperity, people, and play. Those are the 5 categories in which we make goals. They're actually called the 6 Ps, but we're going to go there in a second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to time you, and for exactly 5 minutes, I'm going to have you brainstorm. Nobody else is going to look at these ever. I just want you to Put down all of the things that you can think of under each category. You've got 5 minutes. Go.
On the blank sheet or on the,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
If you need help with ideas, that first sheet that I gave you has a bunch of different ideas in each of the categories you referred to. Two minutes left. Okay. Time's up. Does everybody have a list started, at least?